Previously on 1D10, the show!
Our adventurers come into a large clearing at the edge of a forest, and at the center of the clearing is a giant stone building. The crowd goes wild as a tiny man wearing all green, including a dark green top hat and a corncob pipe, flips onto the stage. The crowd starts shouting, "Lucky! Lucky! Lucky! Lucky!" The man takes off his top hat and bows deeply to thunderous applause. And the axe sticks right into his back.
Yeah.
You hear him go, "Ah!" He's not getting up. Lucky Llewellyn somehow died in a place where no one can die.
I'm going to go back to the quarters and pack up. Get ready to leave.
Hey, you aren't leaving, right? I want to assure you that the arena is safe. You were scheduled to fight tonight. Since you're not fighting...
Going to dress up this dwarf who hasn't appeared yet as Lucky Llewellyn. Hope he pulls it off.
So you have Norrister has come in, and you can tell he's obviously very immature. He's reading what looks to be a comic book. And by the way, just to give you a reminder of what this guy looks like, he kind of has what looks to be like an emo hairdo over one eye, except for it's actually one of his horns that's just deformed. And so you have the Necrodancer, who, even though she is sitting perfectly still, her hair is kind of like floating in the wind that doesn't exist in the room, all ghost-like. Death!
That seems to be all that you can say. Have you suffered brain damage?
She picks a flower out of the pocket and then plucks off the petals one by one and then watches them wilt in her fingers. And then Beth looks at you and goes, "Okay, let's go over the story one more time. The three of you, Akula, Magna, and Karl.
That's me.
Karl, obviously, you're not going to come in at first because we have to have a whole big reveal. Turns out that everybody is now in full rebellion against the Order, except for Norrister will be there. The statue that we have over the spot, the contamination spot, it's actually set up to look like a member of the Order, as if someone had turned them to stone.
Okay, let's do it!
Get to the fight! Get to the fight! Punch, punch, kick, kick, get to the fight! This week on 1D10, the show!
Okay. Alright. And so, Jed, you are actually going to be off. You are going to be off of the field, just kind of on the sidelines for this, to observe. Alright, I just got a secret message from Jed.
Well, now
so
they
Jed
know
will not be doing that. Jed will be doing
Now they know I've
else.
sent you a secret message. It was supposed to be a secret, man.
Dang it.
That's fun.
Alright, and so we are starting the battle. And with that, let's, first of all, we're going to roll for initiative. Except in the initiative, going last will actually be Karl.
Okay. Oh, nice, John. Yeah. 22 initiative.
The big rolls when it really matters.
I guess I don't need to roll, but I want to anyway. 10.
Hey, probably wouldn't got last anyway. What about old
So
Magna?
the map that we're seeing, there's a red X. That's where we need to avoid.
Yeah. That is the contamination spot.
Looks like he got last anyway, because Magna got 14.
Nice.
So before you guys are in these positions, there has actually been some talking to the crowd for a little bit. One of the members of the Order, who's not actually going to be in the fight, they're going to disappear before the fight begins, is basically
grandstanding, talking about, "We have now control over Norrister himself. The Destroyer is here to protect the Order from this rebellion, to squash any hopes that they have." And the crowd goes wild and cheers. But oh, what's this? I see 2 newcomers. Mercenaries, no doubt hired by those rebellious good-for-nothings. Norrister, attack! And with that, Magna and Akula, you are now out on the field. And Akula, it is your turn.
You guys want to
As a free action.
Oh, wait. First, let's roll performance checks.
Oh, right.
Okay, so performance, we have John got a 13, which means you don't get advantage or disadvantage, you're just normal roll. I got a 3, which means that I take disadvantage. Jonathan got a 16, which means that he takes advantage.
Ooh, good job, Jonathan.
Da, da, da.
Alright,
So-
but Jonathan, because you did not pass your Constitution save, before you start, you will actually be doing another Constitution save, just so you know. I mean, right now it's Akula's turn, but just keep that in mind.
So I kind of look at my costume and kind of wiggle my tail a little bit. Not enough to set off any explosives, mind you. I want to make that very clear. And I look at Norrister and I say, and then I pull out the Arachna blade. And what does it say, Brady, when I throw it with a 26?
Oh my gosh, yeah. That hits. Of
Now,
course, you know...
It was 6 o'clock.
Yep, so... Oh
That's
my gosh.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. I gave you such an overpowered weapon. Why did I do that other than I thought, hey, this is a fun, clever idea. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Tell me again how many... Let me...
It was 18 D4.
Whoops.
Yep, 18d4.
It just means we're never fighting anyone at midnight.
52.
Well, he's dead.
That actually does do quite a bit of damage. Now, are you throwing it at him?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the whole point of this. And if
course,
someone's
one thing
going to
that you have
die,
to
better
keep-
him than me.
Well, one thing that you have to keep in mind is, though, that this is an illusion. But you realize as it hits something solid within the illusion, like it goes into his skin, and just kind of goes through it, and then you hear this thunk, and then you see it go flying out the other side.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought we were really fighting Norrister.
No, you're fighting his giant demon. His
Where is
giant
he?
demon illusion. Norrister himself, the real Norrister's, over off to the side of the stage, reading a comic book with one hand, and just kind of waving his hand with the other one, controlling the giant demon illusion.
What a piece of crap. You, sir, I look over at Norrister, the real Norrister. You, sir, are a dinglehopper. So, okay, I don't think that I'm getting the credit that I should for my roll of 52 damage right there.
Oh, trust me, you will when it's Norrister's turn.
18. Plus 1.
All right. So
that
Jed notices for the first time, he's never really looked very closely at the illusion for the giant demon, but he notices that there's basically kind of like a puppet behind there, like this giant puppet.
A man behind the curtain.
When that arachna blade went through him, it actually cut off one of the arms is kind of dangling underneath it, and Norrister himself, the real Norrister, is having to work very hard to make it look convincing that, you know, this thing that might be falling off of the puppet isn't actually there, because he doesn't want to freak out the public.
Gotcha. Okay, I will be silently amused at this because Norrister's kind of a jerk.
All right, and so now it is Norrister's turn, and the demon is going to take a few steps forward. And as he does this, You guys too notice that there's this big wooden thing that kind of is flipping outside of the illusion. And then Norster says, "Well, would you look at that? A weapon!" And then one arm goes and grabs that wooden thing and pulls it off, yanks it off, and swings it at Akula. What is your AC?
Very high. You shouldn't even bother trying to hit me. 'Cause I am like the wind.
That thing has got reach too. That's 10 feet away. That's a big demon.
18.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's huge. What is it?
18.
18. So he got a 20.
Of course he did.
And so with that, he does 8 damage.
Okay.
And hits you hard enough to make you fly, about 15 feet this way. I will move your character for you.
Alright. SWAT.
As he goes, "Whoa!" But now you also realize that he can't use that other arm anymore to physically affect anything.
Great.
Because there's just the illusion
which of his arms?
Of another arm.
His left arm or right arm?
It's his left arm.
Okay, I'm going to stay on the left side of him. Just if I start to move right, someone remind me that I had a clever ploy in mind.
Okay, and now it is Magna's turn. And
yeah, roll your
Constitution
Constitution
save
save,
first.
Rummy.
Why won't anyone believe my crazy
Nat
story?
20.
Haha!
Nice.
Oh, very
In
nice.
your face, creep.
So you have overcome your... You are just sobered right up. Some sort of weird hangover cure.
The sight of
that you
Akula
drank
in
when no one was
danger.
looking.
I think she's just so used to being drunk, she's just like, I can come out of it whenever I'd
Yeah,
like.
metabolize, whatever.
She thinks it's a spell, but it's really just her.
It's really just resistance.
All right. Okay, and you get advantage
Decent resistance.
on this roll, so do what you will.
Bam! Fog cloud!
All right.
20-foot radius sphere of
That is
fog
like-
centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners. Area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it.
Shouldn't you put it's an illusion. It doesn't have to see us. The caster has to see us.
Yeah, but now no one can see. He can't see his puppet though.
Oh,
Okay. So you are putting it over the puppet itself.
Sure.
Okay. And then you hear a voice in your head that goes that goes, "Dude, come on. That's like so cheap." And it's just in Magna's head.
Let's actually do a 20-foot radius, not a scribble.
Okay, perfect. And that also completely covers up Northster himself. The crowd is booing because, they like seeing the giant demon, and now he's missing.
I subtly scratch my forehead with just my middle finger in the crowd's direction.
All right, Karl. So, Karl, you are actually you're being led underneath the arena by Beth. Not through the big stairway that you know about, but there's just a little kind of dip underneath.
Okay. Can I
Underneath on one side.
Can I make maybe a perception check or something to kind of determine if I feel this is like in the same area as the other place would be, like nearby underground or anything like that?
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Do it. Nat 20.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I did not want to get into this, but Nat 20 kind of makes me realize that I have to.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
So basically, what you're in right now, it's like a 10-foot
a 10-foot high, not really a crawl space because I mean that's pretty high, but you're about 2 feet underneath the arena. So the arena, you can tell, is not very deep.
Right.
But one thing that you notice is there are little tendrils. They kind of look like they're plant-like, but at the same time, something is weird about them. It's unlike anything that you've seen. Just these little, like, plant-like tube tendrils that are going up along the walls and then kind of hitting every spot. And then you notice one spot where the tendrils everywhere else are kind of this dull light, like this dull white color. But in this other spot, it's black for about a 5 foot by 5 foot area.
Ooh, that's probably where the area is where people can die.
Who notices this?
I do, because I'm underground.
Just Karl. Okay.
Yeah, because he's getting ready to be pushed up in this coffin through the ground.
Okay. All right. So I make a mental. Do I see the blackness anywhere else, or is it just specifically in that area?
It's just specifically in that one spot.
Okay. And I look over to Beth. So when do I have to go on?
We'll let them do a few more moves. Get the crowd revved up. I mean, Lucky was kind of the crowd favorite, so we really needed to play this up. You have to nail this.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I can handle it. And I kind of say that as I walk over to the examine the plant in the black area.
And Beth walks up beside you and looks up at it and goes, "That's weird."
Yeah, I bet you this is the exact spot where people die.
All right, and back to the fight.
Dun, dun, dun.
Akula. Oh, first of all, everybody roll a new performance check.
Oh no.
2!
So you take disadvantage. 19. So I take advantage. And Magna?
Oh,
Watch!
critical fail.
2. Okay. All right. So
The crowd is not liking that fog cloud.
nope. The crowd is actually very upset by the fog cloud.
Boo, they say boo.
Okay, Akula.
Well, now the Arachnoblade, does that come back to me?
No, it's sitting about right here. I'll draw it on the map.
So it's a throwing weapon, but you have to walk over and pick it up every time?
Well, it's not meant to be a throwing weapon. It's meant to be a handheld weapon.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I for
But
some
you
reason
threw it.
pictured it as like
It's not a boomerang.
rounded blade kind of
Like
thing.
a chakram?
Yeah. I just couldn't remember the name.
Nope, it's something
Like
that you hold and you swipe with, but
So it's not a frisbee.
no,
Shoot.
no. But I mean,
was thinking
you were
more like
able
a
to use it
boomerang.
as one.
For some reason, I pictured this round bladed weapon just would, of course, zing around and come right back to me because I don't understand physics.
You're like, watch this boomerang! Hoot! It lands 40 feet away. Huh.
That's weird.
Is there anything I can do? We're fighting an illusion. Oh well, I'm just gonna hit it with my longsword. I'm not subtle. Okay.
It's in a fog cloud, and you're away from it.
Yeah, you're.
Well,
you're
I have
a ways away.
disadvantage, but I still got a 22 on my disadvantage. So
Well, you have to move
I'm
in.
gonna rush up and I'm gonna hit it.
There you go. Rush in.
And heavily obscured, I gotta look up what that means, because that means something. It's important.
Just usually just I think it's like it's probably going to be -2 to -4 depending on the roll.
Well, I'm not gonna hit anybody else.
Right. But now the rush, Akula ran into the fog, and now no one can see Akula.
This is great, you guys. You guys are great wrestlers.
Yeah,
in the dark,
the
man.
crowd once again is booing. They are not happy about this fog cloud.
Alright, it blocks vision entirely. A creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition. Now I gotta look that up. Blinded creature can't see, fails any ability check that requires sight, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, the 22 does hit.
12 damage.
Haha, 12 slashing damage.
Okay. All right, so you go at the puppet's... I'm assuming at the puppet's leg? Like its left leg?
Yeah. Took
Okay.
out the left. I took out the left arm last time. I'll take out the left leg now.
Okay, you do quite a bit of damage, but I mean it's still pretty intact.
Haha! Can I dash back? I don't know how far I ran just now.
No. No, you already did your movement.
I'm gonna hide out in the cloud then.
Crowd is still booing. You can hear a few of them shout out, "What's going on?"
I am winning. Don't worry about it.
Boo! Okay, Rusty Jed.
I sent you my turn.
Okay. All right. With that, wow, that's another good one. With that, specifically, where
Okay.
what do you want to?
So I'll just say this. So I'm basically just looking for anything because I've been in enough of these fights to know what they mean. I'm gonna look specifically at a couple things at the arena to see if there's anything out of the ordinary in terms of like stuff that people wouldn't be looking at, and also in the crowd to kind of assess their demeanor, like as opposed to how they have been in previous fights. Like, are they like, is there something out of the ordinary? Basically.
Well, as far as the crowd's concerned, you can tell that they are just upset.
Right.
One thing that you are able to see with that perception score, however, is usually all of the order they have a spot where they sit, and it's hidden from the audience so that the audience doesn't know that they're there, so that they can appear on stage and disappear as necessary. It's kind of like just an overhang.
So they basically have a box seating.
Yeah.
Can
you
we
notice that there are 6 members of the order total? You know that, but you only see 5 there.
So,
which is
I think we should kill the statue.
Very unusual.
Okay. Interesting. I will write you what else I'm doing as we move on.
Okay. All right. And now it is Norifster's turn. And you see fly up into the air above the fog cloud a giant demon. But at the same time, actually, roll a perception check, Akula.
Sorry, I had to find it. Akula got a 2.
2.
Akula doesn't know anything.
Okay, you do not know anything. You do not notice anything at all.
In fact, you know less
nothing
now
in here
than
but
you
those
used to.
clouds.
And then Norifster shouts, "You really think that clouds can destroy the great Norifster the Destroyer?"
I mean, yeah.
And so he's
it is to laugh and to scoff.
he's basically 30 feet up in the air, kind of flying circles around the big screen that hangs down from the ceiling.
And he leaves a smoke trail that says, "Surrender, Dorothy."
Okay, Jonathan, why don't you take an inspiration point for that?
That was great.
Excellent.
And Magna, before you start, you hear this voice that you hear this voice in your head. It's Norifster, and he goes, "Okay, just keep the fog going, okay? My puppet's still in there, but you know, I'm trying to keep things going up there, keep the crowd going, you know, right?" And what do you want to do?
Fine, we'll do something. Let's see. So this guy's flying around.
Yeah.
Pow!
At whom?
At the flying dude.
You mean the
Well,
puppet?
the flying thing is just the illusion.
It's a puppet.
Well, where's the guy who's controlling him?
He's
around?
off
actually
of the stage.
Spoke to your brain.
Yeah.
What?
He's off of the stage. He's like right about here-ish.
Which is-
just standing off.
Which is far
to the side.
more than 30 feet.
Crud. I don't do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like...
Plus, you've already pretty much charmed him.
Yeah, didn't he bring you booze?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You could always cast Magic Missile.
I don't think he can.
The darkness.
Yeah, Magna's her magic class is only like strictly useless spells.
That's actually on her character sheet. Strictly useless spells.
So she's like, fine, you want to see something amazing? Check this out.
This is what happens.
Lights.
This is what happens when we don't level her up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's why you need to level up before the session.
Okay, dancing lights. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within
It was my
range,
birthday.
making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. So, what are you going to do with your dancing lights?
Ooh, make a humanoid form to battle the demon. It'd be like
Gonna
an
make a
angel and a demon.
Humanoid form to battle the demon, like what he said.
So there's a floating, like, man of light that goes up to the demon.
I love how like wizards and clerics and stuff, they can summon gods to fight for them, and they can rain down fire, and they can like cast all sorts of things. And Magnus just sitting over there going do 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 do. Just yeah.
Okay, so you have this
Juggling
thing
lights.
flying up in the air with Norrister, basically. So these two illusions are going to fight each other.
Yep.
What we're going to have.
I like it.
It's like,
Yep.
No, my oldest foe.
Light
Man.
Dun, dun, dun,
The
dun.
powers of light shall never win against the powers of darkness.
'Cause good is dumb.
I was just gonna say, evil will always triumph because good is dumb.
okay. And Karl.
Okay,
So what's going on with you?
so is this so does this thing appear to be like living? Is it pulsating or anything like that, or it's just like basically looks like vines?
It basically looks like very thin vines, and these little tendrils are going up everywhere. And like I said, most of them are a very dull white,
Right.
but then those ones are black in that area. Are you still investigating those?
Yeah, I take my sword out and I stab it, like just to kind of like see what happens if I stab it,
poke-
like
poke
poke,
at it.
yeah, poke.
Okay. All right.
And you die.
Can you do a strength check?
Strength check, sure. Why not?
As you're doing that, Beth is going, What are you doing? We have strict orders never to touch these things.
Oh, so you know what these are? It's
No, but-
13 strength.
Okay. 13 strength. Okay. No, but we know that we shouldn't. We shouldn't touch
So
them. That's
the-
that's one of the rules. I mean, I told them that you shouldn't be down here.
I look her straight in the eyes. Do you know what this is coming from?
No idea. It goes down into the ground. That's all that I know.
I know where it's coming from.
All right. And so as you poke one with a sword, it
Kills you at the end.
cuts. Well, it does cut one of the small tendrils, and now for about 5 feet to the right of that, it is also black.
Oh, I just spread it.
Well,
Note to self: do not stab. All right,
and also don't stand there, and everybody. Not that you guys know.
right.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. Performance checks, everyone.
I'm gonna nail it this time.
I want to go up and perform now.
Well, yeah, go get in the coffin.
Okay.
Nat 20.
The coffin is over. I'm moving you.
Okay.
It's over there.
I get in the coffin to get up this turn, so.
Okay. All right, and also, before the turn starts, so the Necrodancer walks out onto the stage, and everywhere that she steps, the grass turns black for
Is she the
about
one that
5
just says,
seconds, and then goes back to green. Yep.
She's the
Oh,
death
boy.
girl.
And the crowd goes absolutely wild. You can tell that they're very glad that they have one of their favorites back on the stage. Oh, and I need to do performance checks for both of these.
Just gonna point out I got a nat 20 on
9
that.
and 1. Okay, so Norster actually got the 1 and 9 for... Okay. Alright, 9 for the Necrodancer. So, John gets advantage. Jonathan, you don't get advantage or disadvantage. And Norster gets disadvantage. Okay. Alright, Akula. You are in the fog cloud.
And let me just roll perception. Oh no!
You completely forget where you are, just in general.
Wait, you're supposed to get advantage. Wait, no, you're in a fog cloud. Never mind.
I'm in a fog cloud,
I'll show
and
you.
I rolled a 1. And even if I had advantage on that, I would be a 9. I don't know anything. I am going to swing my longsword in an arc around me and just hope for the best.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So, with that, you do hear a couple of clunks,
Clunk.
and that's all that you notice. Are you going to also move this turn?
Yeah, I'm going to back up out of the cloud. I'm gonna move right there.
Okay. All right. So Rusty Jed.
So here's
already
right. Real quick. I'm going to say for the character's sake, because I'm dumb and I forgot that we're recording this for a podcast, and I'm sure the audience would like to know what Rusty Jed has been up to. I just didn't want the characters to know.
Well,
So-
you could still say stuff, and we as characters don't know.
Right. I just wanted to be sneaky about it. So basically, what Rusty is doing this whole time is he turned into a lizard, and he's basically kind of up in the rafters and kind of around the sides, just scouting out the place and making sure nothing looks out of the ordinary. And he is now going over to the box with the robed people and seeing if he can eavesdrop. That's all I wanted to say.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
And you are able to get to them this turn.
Okay.
And can you roll a new perception?
Jeez. Let me pull up my character sheet because I closed it for some reason.
18.
Cool.
All right, you hear them. They are all furiously whispering. I mean, you can tell that things are amiss. And you hear distinctly above the whispers, one of them says, I told you we could have never trusted him in the first place. We didn't have to replace the member. We did not have to replace him. But here we are, and we had that charlatan who came in here and took over our business.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stick around for more juicy info. Because that sounds important.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is, of course, your Dungeon Master, Brady Flanagan, and I just want to say, welcome to 2019! Woo! So we're going to have a lot of fun this year. We're going to do a lot of great things. Obviously, this week, it's going to be a pretty epic battle. We've already seen some crazy stuff happen, and trust me, it only gets more crazy from here. And with that, I won't let the anticipation get to you too much longer. Let's get right back into it, shall we? Enjoy! And now it is Norster's turn, and he is going to have, he's the illusion is fighting the other illusion in the sky. He does kind of like this barrel roll sort of thing.
towards it, but ends up missing, and then goes around and goes, "I will get you. You shall not conquer me this day." But
Shall not pass.
But really, the main thing that's happening. Can I have everyone who's in the arena do a perception check?
Even me?
Well,
I'm under the ground.
What's the point?
Yeah, except for Karl.
I want to botch this. Let's see.
I'll do one just in case.
10.
18, 10, 18. Okay. All right, well, for Jonathan and Jeff, you notice that the puppet itself is sneaking off the stage, even though there's kind of a shimmer around it so that the audience doesn't see that the puppet is leaving. Made it to about there, and then the illusion of the demon is flying around the sky, fighting the light demon. And Magna, it is your turn.
It's about time.
Now there's scary face woman, death woman over here now too.
Which side did she join?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's not on our side.
Pretty sure she's
Yeah, she's on North's side.
So, she's like, looks at the shadow necromancer, like, it's a pretty good disguise. Maybe I'll try that one on. Poop.
disguise self.
Okay. And the audience just gasps as you change into the necromancer. And then you hear one of the yokels go, "There's two of her!"
The sun's coming up without him.
Rockadoodle.
All right.
Yeah.
And the audience really seem to enjoy that. Okay.
And
are you going to move at all?
just so you guys know,
Yeah, I start dancing to like match her movements.
just
or
so you
whatever.
guys know, if the rest of the party wants to tell the difference between the two, it's an investigation check against her spell save DC.
Gotcha. I'll just
Yeah,
attack both of
that
them.
seems like something Akula would be able to do.
Okay, and Karl, you are now in the coffin, and this machinery underneath the coffin pushes it, and you see the ground open up
Okay.
as it comes up, and a member of the Order appears back on the stage and goes, "But you went to the future and you were dead! What are you doing back, Lucky Llewellyn?" And then the crowd starts cheering as you break out of the coffin.
Okay. Do I need to make a performance check now?
Yes. 8. Okay, so that is neither advantage nor
Okay.
disadvantage.
Sounds good.
Break out of the coffin. Ugh.
Break out of the coffin.
Ugh.
Ah, yes, I have returned from the future. And I know what your plan is. Your plan. You've been fooling everyone here to think that you are the good guy. But yet, you have a demon. No, not that one over there. But something more nefarious and evil lying underneath our feet. And it is growing as we speak, spreading. So get away from the statue. I kind of like say to my team to kind of like go away from the statue. and the Order knew that was it there the whole time, and this will spread and consume all of you. So we must run for our lives because they are trying to kill everyone.
And then the member of the Order who's actually standing right next to you looks at you just confused and whispers, "Dude, what are you talking about?" "I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but this is not the time or place for this."
All right.
And then they
I
disappear.
pick his pocket.
They're already
No,
gone.
I pick his pocket.
They are gone.
That'd be quick.
See? Them fleeing from us now is proof that they are trying to kill us. And so we must fight against the Order now. Take them! Look, they are right there in their seats! We must rise up and fight against them! Everyone out of your seats and attack the order!
Do a persuasion check.
I will.
And also, I want to see how the order's reacting to this, but I botched it, so never mind.
Oh, that's performance. Let's do persuasion. 9!
You convince no one. They start booing you. And then you hear that one yokel that just shouted about there being 2 of them shout out, "Get the old Lucky! We want old Lucky! We want old Lucky!" And then everyone starts shouting.
I shoot him with my bow.
What, the
You shoot
yokel?
the guy in the audience?
Wait,
You realize
it's not your
that
turn
the guy in the
anymore.
audience... The guy in the audience is probably a good 150 feet away from
That's
you.
within my
Karl
range.
is a really good shot.
Also, I'm pretty sure your turn's over because you busted out of a coffin, right?
That's just my
Yeah.
move action.
Your move action is busting out of a coffin and shouting for half a minute?
I didn't attack. I was moving, and that was like
Alright. I'm not the GM, so I won't
Jeff,
make the
be
decision.
cool.
I'm just thinking it's funny.
No, it's over.
No,
All right.
he's caught off guard. I shoot him.
I just think it's funny.
Who are you shooting?
I just want to, freak out the guy that told me that he wants the old Lucky. Just be like, shoot him, and I don't want to necessarily hit him, but hit next to him or something like that.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do then. Is I'm going to have... Wait, how far can you shoot?
Let's see, my bow, short bow. My minimum range, without taking any penalties, is 80 feet, and then it goes in 80 feet increments after that with a -2. So for 160. So if he's at 150, I'd take a -2 to my shot.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you are trying to miss him, then you want to roll low.
If I hit him, it is what it is.
Or do you want to, or if you
Actually,
roll low, then you actually hit him?
How far away is
Trying to
the
miss.
order?
The order, they are right where Jed's photo is, so however far away that is.
Okay, so not too far away.
About 50 feet, according to this.
Okay. Well, they want us to fight against the order, so I'm going to shoot him. Be like, all right, I don't know. Should I do it, guys? Should I make?
It's up
Should
to
I make
you.
things crazy?
Yes.
I'm a lizard that's nowhere near you. I have no influence on your decision.
Well, you guys can tell me. All right. So,
Are you shooting the yokel?
no, I'll let it be. I'll shoot Death Girl. How about that?
Okay.
And
Which one? You have to make an investigation check, right?
That's true. Because you don't know which one is
11.
Magma. And what's your spell save DC?
12.
Ha! You don't know which one's her.
Okay.
You don't know which one is
So
which.
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll a D4. 1 to 2 is Magna. 3 to 4 is the right person. Yeah, shoot the right person.
Okay.
You got the right person.
You got a 4, so you're shooting at the right
Okay,
person.
Just
Okay.
doing it randomly. And shooter. Critical.
Ooh.
Well, yep, that is definitely a hit, and it does 9 damage.
Yes.
Okay, and you actually knock her prone
Oh, wow.
and knock her back a little bit.
Who wants the old Lucky now?
That was pretty lucky.
Okay, and it is now the Necrodancer's turn.
She's been knocked over.
And so with her movement,
She stands up, and then she points at you, Karl. And then, of course, you know, she's mic'd, so everyone in the audience can hear her go,
She casts magic missile.
Actually, yes, she does.
I guess.
So she does 7 damage.
Ow.
Okay, and everyone roll new performance checks. Okay, Norster got a 16.
4.
9.
Necrodancer got a 12. 4, 9, 2.
Wow.
Okay, so Jonathan and Akula, you take disadvantage. Karl, you take neither advantage or disadvantage. And Norster gets advantage. All right, Akula.
Part of me wants to go, like, after a real person, but I also feel like... Am I doing any damage at all to this Norster illusion?
To the puppet?
The puppet, yeah. Does it seem to be going anywhere at all?
Yeah, but at the same time, you can tell that the puppet is kind of... He's taking it out of the picture.
So is the illusion still there, but the puppet's gone?
Yeah, so he's moving the puppet off of the stage. The illusion's still up there fighting the
light.
The light.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
Battle of light versus darkness, man.
I bet I'm going to take a crack at it. I'm going to switch to my crossbow and try to shoot Death Girl. What is her name again?
There's a giant.
The Necrodancer.
There is a giant fog cloud in between you and her.
So you can't really see her.
Oh, shoot.
That's what you cannot do.
Hold on, I'm going to figure this out. Movement! Yes. Movement is a thing. Sorry, I'm trying to open up my window a little more.
And actually, that means you wouldn't have seen Magna transform, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh, wait.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So you probably want to do an investigation check.
Yeah, that'd be useful. I don't want to kill the wrong person, because we might actually die in here. 12? Is that worth anything?
That matches the DC, so I think that
works.
Wait.
Yeah, you just have to meet it.
Well, let's say I
Well, actually,
rush
no.
down.
Actually, no. Because you have disadvantage this round, right?
Is that just on my attacks, or is that on everything, Brady?
That is on everything.
Of course it is.
No, so you
Yep.
you don't see through it.
You definitely do not.
But did I see her, like, come over here before, Magna did her spell?
No, because you were in the cloud.
That's true.
Well, then I
So logically, your character would think that that's Death Girl and not even see the other one.
But he's also suspicious of this statue. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move over here. My speed is 30. Okay. I'm gonna come here. Next to Magna. And just say, "Hey, Death Girl. I think something is up with this statue. I think I'm going to hit it with my sword. Do you want in on this action, Death Girl?"
I'm downs.
You don't sound like Death Girl. You said something other than death.
I'm downs.
Magna?
Spooky. That's right, you dimwit.
No need to... Hey, drinking buddy. No need to be mean.
Yeah, let's take care of this thing.
Okay, I'm going to sit here for another 6 seconds and not do anything, because that's how long turns last.
Right, I understand.
Next.
Roll an attack roll against the fourth wall.
Yeah. Oh, I nailed it.
All right. Jed, I'm assuming that you're still there trying to listen.
So after Karl gave his big rant, I'm very interested in what the Order has got to be freaking out about.
Okay. Going to do a perception check.
Let me pull that up. I keep closing it so I can see what's going on. Huh?
8.
8s. I am pretty close to him. I don't know if that
You
counts.
are pretty close to them, but still, I mean, they are doing hushed whispers.
Okay.
And you basically all that you can tell is that they are all very confused.
Confused. So they're
And you do hear one of them say, "Was that just part of the performance? Did Beth write that?"
Okay. That's all. I'm not going to move her yet. That's all I'm going to do this turn.
All right. And so it is Norifster's turn, and the Thing of Light is still fighting the illusion, and I'll actually let Magda control that next turn, but, obviously, Norifster's trying to put on a show like the demon is losing, while really what he's trying to do is sneak off stage that puppet, and it is now off stage. So it's out of the arena as far as you guys know. Okay, Magna.
So what's the Shadow Dancer doing? Just hanging out?
Yeah, well, she has an arrow in her shoulder.
Oh.
And
good, I approve of that.
Yeah. She's just pointing at Karl
She's what?
still. Pointing at Karl.
Okay. I'm gonna do Detect Thoughts on the Shadow Dancer. Pew.
Death.
Okay. Concentration up to 1 minute for the duration. You can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus on your mind on any one creature you see within 30 feet. The creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower. This one does not. Or does it speak any language? The creature is unaffected. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on the mind at the moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. Okay, so the surface level thoughts that you're getting from her is, this arrow kind of hurts.
Death.
She's very method, and she keeps that under forefront of her mind.
Right, just in case.
Yep. But I mean, are you going to try to probe deeper?
Yes.
Okay. If you probe deeper,
So that's your other.
what do we have to do?
They
Wisdom saving throw.
saving throw.
Okay. And I have to beat 12, right?
Jeez.
That's your spell save, DC?
Should be. That's what it has been so far, I believe.
Okay. Alright, well, she got a 15. And then it does say that either way the target knows that you're probing into its mind, and so she glares at you. And Karl, it is your turn. And the audience is now hushed to hear what crazy things you're going to say next.
Alright. Alright. Well, you didn't listen to me before, but listen to me now. I'm going to walk over to this statue, and I'm going to push it over. And there's going to be something underneath it that's going to blow your mind. So, I'm just hoping that, since the roots grew, maybe they kind of burst through the ground. Does it look like do I see any on the ground, coming through or anything like that?
No.
No?
No, you just see grass.
Right.
It's just grass.
Alright.
So you're going over to the statue and you're going to try to push it?
Sure, let's push it over.
Okay, do a strength check.
Alright.
And you're going to have to get really high in order to do anything. It's a statue.
Right.
And you're a tiny little dwarf.
10.
10. Yep, you aren't able to do anything with it.
Certainly are pushing that statue.
Yep.
Don't worry, you've inspired Akula, who has a +5 strength modifier. It's going to be okay.
Okay. And so now it is the Necrodancer's turn. And she's looking at you.
I'm behind the statue.
Well, I mean, she's looking at Magna. And she is obviously upset that Magna tried to go into her brain because, hey, you don't do that to another lady. You just don't do that. And even though the audience has no idea what's going on, I mean, that's what's in her mind. And she goes, death, death, death. And she points directly at Magna. And then, behind her, and to the sides, you see, punching through the ground, skeletal hands.
Ugh. Holy crap!
And then more skeletal hands.
Da, 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 da.
Now, when the skeletons come up through the ground, can we, like, do any of those vines? Can we see any of those vines now?
No. And then more come up through the ground. And as these skeletal creatures are coming up out of the ground, you notice that they're pretty much humanoid, except for they do have skeletal wings with like leathery sinew between the bones.
Ugh. So like, oh crap, load of them.
That's like 30 or something. Are you just like copy? Okay. There's a lot of skeletons. Kind of spilling out of the arena.
And then the Necrodancer goes, death, 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 ha 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 ha! And she glances to her side, and you can tell she's actually freaked out.
Boy, you weren't kidding about death.
Wait, I thought this popped up out of the. This is something she's doing on purpose. I thought it was popped up out of the ground to get her.
47.
Well, she's acting surprised about this whole situation. And these now get their turn.
That's a lot of things.
47.
That's more things that are on my team.
And so these skeletal creatures, you can tell. Actually, can you do a perception check, Jeff?
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. And a click.
16. You hear one of the members of the order say, "I've never seen her do those before. What are they?"
Okay.
I warned you, but no.
And then these skeletal creatures run out into the audience.
Ruh-roh.
And I say that out loud. And I'm like, I warned you.
And start tearing the audience to pieces. And the audience is, of course, freaking out, not only because there are these skeletal creatures that are attacking them, pulling their skin off, but that it heals again. And they just keep on going at them, and there is absolute pandemonium in the stands. People are running towards the doors, doing everything that they can to get away from these creatures. The Necrodancer herself is overwhelmed by a bunch of the skeletons. There are 3 there. Most of the rest of them went out into the audience. There are actually only 4 that are left, and they are looking at you guys. Okay.
Yikes.
We are no longer doing performances because the audience isn't there to care to help bolster your numbers.
They turned into skeletons.
They're being attacked and are freaking out and dying and coming back to life. Akula!
So, Brady, let me ask you real fast. Is that hole that I came out of, is it, like, still accessible?
No, it patched itself up. You can tell that one of the order has some sort of magic to open it up and seal it again.
I think I'm going to go after the statue to try to help Karl. And I think
Okay.
I'm just going to charge it and just do an unarmed attack. Is that just a strength roll?
Oh.
Or a strength saving throw? Or just how did...
Yeah, I would just have you do a strength check.
Okay.
And where exactly are you going to go by Karl?
Just right here.
Okay.
Where, is the second X here, is that where the coughing came up?
No, that's...
No, that's where the infection spread, but you didn't know that.
10 on a strength roll and 8 on perception. I don't know. Akula does not notice.
You don't
anything.
realize that the grass around that area is dying.
Okay.
You don't realize that.
Thanks.
Okay, strength check of 10.
Yeah. Same as
Yeah,
Bear.
you don't do anything to it. All right, Jed.
Alright, Jed turns back to a human right in front of these stupid orders. And I'm gonna start shouting at them. Do you see what's going on here? Do you see what's going on? This is your fault! Who's this charlatan? Who is it? This is your doing! Tell me now and we can stop this!
It's him. It's the mayor. We'll tell you all that we know. Just save our audience. Save our show. Save us.
Look, I don't know why this is happening, what's going on. I need information now, and we can stop this. You have to speak now. Tell me who it is. The mayor? He says the mayor? Where is he?
Well, he's the mayor of the town.
Is he?
Well, we okay. We don't have much time to explain this right now, but your little dwarf friend there, he's not the first time that we've had to replace someone. One of the members of the order passed, and the only way that we could keep things afloat is to have someone fill in, and the mayor was willing to do that, and we already had a lucrative deal set up with him to get his people here, but he started doing some odd things and making some changes. Please, just stop whatever these creatures are.
I'm just one man. I don't know how to stop these creatures. I don't know where these creatures came from. I just know that you guys have obviously made some terrible choices, and you need to help us make it right. You've got magic. You can appear in the arena. You can seal up holes. Whatever magic you have to join us now and stop these skeletons.
Oh, what we need Mr. Wren. Trust us. We need Mr. Wren.
Would I know who Mr. Wren is?
Yeah, he's their big bodyguard with the guns.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
He's the head of security.
That's right. Where is he? Do you know where he is right now?
Well, he should be here. He should be guarding the west door.
Do I actually see him in the arena?
No.
Well, clearly he's not here.
Well, we need to find him.
I think Mr. Wren, if he's not here, either he's been disposed of or he's in on it, and we need to find out now. Do you have any, you've got the power of teleportation or whatever you do to get in the middle of this arena. I need to know everything you know about this arena so that we can find the right people and stop this.
Let me see what I can find. And the old woman one that is the one that usually talks in the middle of the arena, and she's the one who greeted you guys when you first met the order. She just poof disappears.
Okay, I guess that's my turn because that was a lot of talking.
Yeah. All right, and it is Norster's turn, and his illusion just fades, and you can tell he's sitting over there just shocked, and he's tried to put up a kind of like a barrier around himself to hide himself from the skeletons.
I can't see what
And Magna, it is your turn.
You still got skeletons advancing, huh?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
That's Magna for you.
So tell us, what did you cast?
Invisibility.
Peace out.
I just might walk. Is this fog cloud still here? Because I'll just walk over here and do it. just in case.
All right.
Oh.
So Magna is hiding in the fog
Good luck,
cloud with
Akula.
invisibility at the same time.
As a free action, I say to Karl, "Alright, I'll try to hit the statue again. Good thing Magna has our back, eh?"
I don't think the statue's the solution to this after all. That was just a hunt.
Okay, Karl, it is your turn.
Alright. I think we need to dispose of these skeletons. I don't think the statue, that was just a hunch, but after these things popped up, I don't think that's the solution. What's really going on is that there's an infestation of demonic vines right underneath it that probably these things came from. You remember that demon I told you about at the bottom of the stairs?
Karl, I'm going to be straight with you. I am pretty hammered.
Alright.
I did not understand a single word. Look, Akula is not the plan maker. Akula is...
Smash
Yes.
skeletons.
Oh, yes.
Alright. And then, sure, I will go to this one right here and attack him. And that's a critical failure. Alright, awesome.
Okay, so with that, you swing at the skeletal creature, and it nimbly kind of flies up in the air with its wings, and so you swing at nothing, and accidentally cut yourself for 1 damage.
Jerk face. Alright, that's me, I guess.
Alright, and the Necrodancer is no longer in the fight.
That's right.
Skeletons. So, the one that is next to you, Karl, is going to attack you. And... Okay, what is your AC?
Well, right now it's only 13.
15, okay. Alright. And with that, it misses. Just barely. Okay. And then this one is going to come up to fight Akula. And Akula, what is your AC again? 18?
Super high. He shouldn't even mess with me. It is 18, yes.
Okay, he misses. This one comes up next to the statue. He actually tries pushing the statue
See, they're helpful.
just so that he can get to you.
Oh, not helpful.
And he is able to push the statue over. And you notice there's just dead grass underneath. But he's not able to move up to that spot. However, this one is, and he attacks you. And he hits for 5 damage. And you notice it is not healing for some reason.
So the other damage that I took previously, should that have gone away?
Yeah, that heal.
Oh, okay.
You're standing on the X. Not that you would know that.
I'm just going to conveniently roll out of the death zone at some point. You'll see.
And that is their turn, Akula.
Okay. So I'm going to bust out my trusty longsword. I want to swing at them in like a big wide arc and try to hit a couple of them at the same time.
I think that's
left to right.
I think that's cleave. At
Yeah.
least this,
That's an actual feat. You can only attack one person at a time.
unless you have that feat.
Well,
Okay, then.
and then cleave is only if you actually kill one of them, then you can attack the next one.
I'll put that down on my list of things to get in my next life, which may be in a minute if I die. Okay. I'm going to just, I guess, start with the one on the left and slash with my longsword. And 18? 11 damage?
18, 11 damage. That does hit it, and you knock off a few of its ribs and its right arm.
Take that.
Are you gonna move?
No, I'm going to action surge.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, so it's still your turn.
On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. Once you use this feature, must finish a short rest, blah, 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 blah. I wiggle my tail, which I can't believe this whole fight I've been in a friggin' mermaid tail. And I'm going to aim for the one in the middle and say, I want to be where the people are. And I'm going to hit it with my tail. Really hard. Do I do a strength check with that? I don't have a tail roll.
Yeah.
Would that be strength or dex?
Do a strength
Would
check.
that be strength or dex?
I'd say strength, because it has a higher...
Strength first, and then depending on how he does with the strength, we'll see what else I might have you.
Aha!
11?
All right.
And John wasted his second action for nothing.
Yep. It does nothing.
Okay, well then I'm going to dash away all.
Now, do they get correct me if I'm wrong, do they get attacks of opportunity if you move more than 5 feet, right?
Yep.
So you may not want to dash. Maybe you just want to slide. There you go.
There, I'm all done now.
All right, now it is Jed's turn.
Alright, I'm going to yell behind me, "You useless suckers, stay there." Or, no, don't stay there. Go find, what's his name? Ren? Was his name?
Mr. Red.
Mr. Ren. I'm gonna move, I think that was 30 feet. I forgot what square is looking at. That's close enough. I'm casting that spell.
Entangle. All right, and I assume you're going to cast it on one of the skeletons, or actually, no, 20-foot square.
I'm gonna cast it right where that square I just drew is.
Let's see. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
So it ends
Creature.
6 rounds, or 10 rounds. I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's 1 minute. So you can move into the entanglement and not be entangled, but it's rough terrain. And my spell save DC is 13, by the way.
Okay, and so does that mean that I beat it with that
The
first
first
roll?
roll beat it. The other 2 did not.
Okay. So this one that I'm moving around right now beat it, and then the other 2 did
Okay.
not.
So for
Okay.
those 2, the ground is now difficult terrain,
Okay, perfect.
and that's all I can do.
All right, and Northster doesn't matter anymore.
Just in the general scheme of life.
Magna.
Magna doesn't know what's going on. She's in the cloud.
She turned invisible and. But is her glowing man still floating around?
No, because she probably had to concentrate on that to keep it
Oh,
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Magna kind of wanders around in this fog cloud looking for something to pick up and throw.
What does she find?
Yeah, what does she find? Yeah, but she's like scratching around
So-
on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't find anything other than grass. I don't know exactly what you're looking
You
for.
can throw grass. Big
Like
handful.
rocks. or
Out of the
something.
fog cloud.
Just
Rubble.
throwing grass out of the fog cloud.
On my turn, which is next, I was, so it's my turn. Magna didn't do anything.
Magna sits in the grass and just
I say, guys, we just need to get out of here because we can fight these skeletons all we want, but they're just gonna keep healing themselves unless they're in a certain area. Let's book it out of here and find out what the real solution is, and we could leave these skeletons behind.
That's what I was trying to say. Oh, I guess I wasn't saying that to you guys. Sorry, I was yelling at the cloak guys over there.
I
Magna!
just wanted to hit something.
Magna! Let's book it out of here!
Okay. And then with that, you see stumble to the side of the arena a very, very drunken Mr. Ren with about 10 feet behind him, the Happy Drink Man.
Oh, good.
Yay, the happy drink man.
And then Mr. Ren kind of looks around, slaps himself in the face, takes his... Well, you guys know that it's a gun, even though your characters don't understand what it is. And shoots it in the air. Of course, it's very loud. And then raises his left hand, and a blue light emits from it. And suddenly all the skeletons in the room are frozen with blue light, and you can see this strain on Mr. Ren's face as he shouts, "Everybody out of the arena now!"
Cool.
I run.
So yeah,
Bag of
all
books.
of the audience as they're healing from these wounds from these horrible creatures are running towards the exits. All of the security members are trying to guide people through as carefully as possible. The order is already gone,
Yep.
and I'm assuming that you guys are leaving
Yep.
as well.
And here we are, going to the town. I was going to make a joke about the musical Our Town, then I realized that my musical theater knowledge is limited. But yours won't be next week on 1d10 the show!